Okay, so it is 4:20 p.m. on Monday, September 12th. And we have the utilatech, or utilatech garbage, high velocity fan. And I need this to set the camera. That's what I have to do. So I have to clean out 3 fans. Well, I don't necessarily have to clean out my desk fan, but might as well, since I have compressed air. We could blow out the motor. Since I don't really have to take it apart, otherwise, all I have to do is probably, oh, actually, we're gonna get that dust off around the shaft, but that's not gonna be too difficult. That's loud shit. See if I can blow this dust out of the motor. And there is absolutely no oil ports on it. I don't know how well lubricated the bearing, the back bearing is. Model 500B. How many inches is that? I think this might be a 20-inch. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. If that does anything. Oh yeah, definitely doing something. Well, it's just to reduce the risk of electric shock, apparently. Apparently that's what that red warning is for. Not my concern. That's actually working pretty well. We got all this dust out of the motor. And lubricate it tomorrow. Lubricate the front bearing tomorrow at least. And then see if it'll run. Ooh, that lead is bent. I had a feeling that was okay. I had a feeling that was bent. Alright. That's not a concern. So what I have to do is get all the those I can't really tell. See if I can. Okay, those windings don't look that terrible actually. It's a thick gauge. It's not a shaded pole. It's a capacitor driven. Let's try the capacitor. Here's the capacitator. I think it's a 10 microfarad capacitor. That's a little kind of a decent sized capacitor for this. Well, shouldn't be unless the capacitor's done. Get all the dust out of off the windings. Oh, she's shaking? Don't mind the background noise, it's a train. I'm 7. Is he stopping? No, never when I'm outside. This traction motor is turning a little weird. It's not my concern. I doubt it'll run. You know what? Let's just see. Where's the plug at? Oops. Now that I got all the, well, most of the dust, I'm still not finished. Let's see if it'll actually. I doubt it, but you never know. Okay, that's high speed. That's number 3. Okay, so we'll start. Alright, that's not a problem. Sorry, let me get this plug out of here. This stand that it's on is very annoying to me. I can get it up. It's not much of a concern. There is a piece of hair there on it. What I need to do is get all the dust and stuff off the shaft. That's probably why it's so stiff, but at the same time, I bet it's the bearings. Oh, thank God it's not the thermal fuse. I doubt it's the thermal fuse. I think it's just the bearings. Bruh. Why the hell is this getting cold? The bottom's getting cold. I don't know if that's normal. Yeah, okay. So I have I think I put this back on. Another day because I could take the guard off. Oh, well, hello. That's normal. This is normal. This is the switch to turn on the fan. It just popped right off. I literally just pulled it right off. Isn't that something? Maybe it's the switch. Maybe the switch is broken. That could be a possibility, but also the bearings are stiff, so can't really. Yeah, it wasn't on like that. It was very loose on there, the switch. A lot of dust on the windings. No, I'm not picking all of that. I'm just blowing it. I need to take the motor apart.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, if I can get the plate off. I need to open this thing back up again. That's what I need to do. Let's open it back up, get all the dust off the shaft, and then get all the dust from out in the front of the motor. Okay. SFC1 500B is the model. This is not a 16. If this was a 16-inch, I'd be a hell of a lot smaller. Shao Queen Key Electrical Manufacturing. Some Chinese motor.
Hola.
Let's see if it works.
Hi, how are you? This is for you. Mini sandwich de tuna.
I noticed the fuse plug.
Bye bye. You too.
Is it humming? Is it doing anything? Doesn't seem to be doing anything. It won't be the plug. Can it be the plug? If that's the problem, then I'm just going to be dumbfounded. So we've never seen that before. It seems 5 amps. Seriously? No, it's 1.35 amps. That's a hell of a lot of amps for one freaking 20-inch fan. Yeah, I need to open it up again. Now there is another one. I got my handy dandy screwdriver. There's another one in the garage. I'm gonna see if I can run that up. See if I can lubricate that one when I get the zoom spout that's coming tomorrow. And then if I find the tool, I get the blade off this, pop open the motor, lubricate the rear, but I'm just gonna lubricate the front, try to get the dust. I'm gonna try to get the dust off the motor shaft, because that's probably why it's stiff. But then again, you never know. But I'm gonna see if I can get the cage off, like the whole cage off. Because earlier I tried to attempt this, and my god, this freaking fly is bothering me. earlier we got the gauge off, finally. Alright, I'm gonna put the screws on the towel. Okay, it's just that one that's really tight. So I'm gonna do something with that. And I do have the wrong bit for this. Yeah, there's another screwdriver inside I can use, but I'm not gonna bother with that now. I'm just gonna see if I can just get the fan open, see if I can actually blow out the other dust. See if I can blow out the dust. Okay, now. Can't rip you off. It's loose on the screw. That compressor's killing me. Okay. We're gonna have to work with it. We're gonna have to work with it like this because I can't seem to get the what you call it, cage fully off. So what I'm gonna try to do is blow out the rest of the dust. I hear another train. Let's see if I can blow out the rest of the dust that's on the front of the motor here. And on the cage as well. So that the motor's, well, not entirely free of it, but mostly free of the dust. You don't want that in the motor itself. Because what I suspect happened is it got dirty, then the bearing is locked up. Oops. Well, don't do that. Well, don't do that. This blade is bent, and that's not a good sign. It was like a BB or something. Aha! This little thing was on the fan cage. I have no idea what it is, and I don't want to know what it is. I think it's a BB. We're putting that in the trash. Garbage. Well, not technically, it's Chinese garbage, but I can work with it. What I was trying to do earlier. Just trying to get all the Here's another one. See which one this is. I'm gonna film it just for the fuck of it. It's a 7. It's an M7. It's going 80. Yeah, if you hear any trains in the background, just don't mind them outside. If you're new to the channel. There's so much hair on the shaft. It's ridiculous. See if I can blow off the dust that's on me. What I could also do is I could open the switch cap, but it's connected to the motor and the blade is in the way. If the blade had a set screw instead of an Allen key, I would be able to get the blade off, but that's too easy. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to try to figure something out. But I don't need to take the blade off it right now, because all I'm doing right now is just trying to clean out the motor as best as I can. And then we're going to see if we can lubricate the front bearing. And see if it works. See if I could actually... This blade is actually on there too tight. This blade is actually on there very, very tight. It's not supposed to be. There's a lot of stuff on the shaft. Shit. I wish this thing works right out the freaking trash. See, so many people on YouTube get freaking trash finds of these fans and they work. My luck, it doesn't. And plus, one of the blades, oops, my shoe. One of the blades here on it, you can see it's bent that way. It's bent this way. When in reality, it should be like this blade and this blade. I had a feeling that one of the blades was bent. I don't know when this happened. I don't know if it was like that. I don't remember it being like that yesterday. But only time will tell. And plus, if I could actually get this running, I'll be amazed with myself. But I don't think so. Oh, you know what I can do? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? If that's easier, can I actually do that? Because that would be a hell of a lot easier. Oh my god. Is that a Phillips head? I don't know. Well, I'm not going to be able to fit the screwdriver in there anyway, so if that even is a Phillips head on the back of the blade. So I can take the blade off the blade arm and then do it like that, but that's not going to happen because it doesn't feel like a Phillips head to me. So, what we're going to try to do is get all the dust off the shaft of the motor. Then we're going to see if I can lubricate the bearing tomorrow. There's a lot of hair on here. Freaking bugs. Kills me. Alright. Another M7. Bruh. So many of them. They slow down to like 20 to 15 miles an hour. And they just go like this. And they speed up a little bit. Like you just heard. That's what I'll do. If I could get my screwdriver in there and see if I could actually pull all the dust here off the shaft. All the hair and shit off the freaking, oops. Now you don't want to do that, what I just did. That's the thermal fuse right there. Shit. If I could get into that, then me and a friend can replace that. But that's going to take time. That's going to be like 2 hours. And also, this blade. Wish I had like a blade puller thing, but I can get that on my own time. This blade is annoying. See if I can just blow. What the fuck? Something just fell off it. I think it was dust. Seeing if I could get all the dust off the front and the back of the motor where the bearings are. And then we're gonna load. This is hissing. I don't want it to blow up. It's not. Then we're gonna see if it runs. Because if I lubricate it and it doesn't run, I'm going to be pissed. But some of these things are worth it. So you never really know. And plus, if you get these things running, you probably amaze yourself. Be like, yeah, I did that. And you'll have a working utilatech high velocity fan. I looked this up on YouTube, and it said 20 inches. So this one's a 20 inch. But I didn't see any videos of it running, so I don't know how these run. I really want to find out. But at the same time, the motor here is caked in take the dust. Hi, baby. Grandpa had a camera.
I know, he told me. Just don't breathe that in. Make sure that you spray far away. Don't, get
Yeah, I
the
know.
fumes. Because he sprayed the stuff in the house for the, not inside, the bees
Uh-huh.
spraying around, and the smell went into the house. I was
Ooh,
choking.
I smelled it back here.
Right?
When he was doing the door over there.
Oh, yeah, right? I was saying, oh, now we're going to eat, and you're spraying that stuff.
Mm.
She ate.
She ate.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Oh,
good
good
girl,
girl.
Pee-Pee. And make sure you're not breathing that in.
I know.
Stand away from it. Any luck?
I haven't got it to run yet. I'm just trying to see if I can get all the dust out of the motor.
Oh.
And if I, let me see. If I could get the right part to get the blade off, I can open up the motor, lubricate it. Should run. But for now, what I'm going to do is just put, when I get the oil tomorrow, just put in the front bearing here and see if that does anything. And there's a lot of hair and stuff on the
Went
shaft.
into air conditioning.
What?
I said that's what you should have went into, the air conditioning.
Yeah. There's a lot of hair and stuff on the shaft, which is not good.
Oh.
Because if you have hair and dust on the shaft here, the motor shaft,
Right.
then it's just going to clog it up, and the motors are, the bearings are going to get stiff, the lack of lubrication, and it's you see how stiff this is?
Yeah. But before it didn't do that though, right?
No, when it was brand new, it didn't do this.
No. When you first got it, it wasn't even doing that. Now you got to move it a little bit, right?
Well, no, when I first got it, it moved.
Oh.
It still moved,
Oh.
but it wasn't as stiff as this.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't as free as this, I should say, when I first got it. So,
Yeah, she gave us like tuna fish sandwiches, like little pieces.
uh-huh.
Did you say hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always do that. You done, Lola? You pee-pee? You little poo-poo? Okay, let's go in. Okay.
When is
Mommy
Mom
left-
coming home?
What?
When is Mom coming home?
Well, she left work, but it says that they're both at North. So I don't know why they're both at North. She had to go for Janet or something, I don't know.
Probably.
Unless she went there to pick her up. I know, my phone says both at North.
Mm.
So, but she left work, so I guess they'll be coming home soon.
Okay.
Good. Watch that spray, Mike. Wash your hands good.
Might need another can tomorrow. Doesn't even smell anything. Smell like anything. And the shaft is way. The blade is way. Oops. No, this is here. The blade is way on here. Let me move that blade. There we are. Yeah, if I could get. If I could get all this dust off the shaft, then I can lubricate that front bearing. But then again, who knows if it'll work at that point. So I can't stick. Well, I can. So I need. this is not going to work. I don't need something thinner, but I need something to grip the dust or the hair that's on the shaft, and if I can get that off, then we can see if we can get this running. I think I have the tool in my room, so I'm gonna go get that. You know, I don't know why I keep pausing the video when I go inside, because I could just come back and I could just do like this. I got wire clamps. Where?
Mike,
What?
on their way home.
Okay. Or wire cutters to see if I could actually get a grip on the dust or the hair that's on the shaft. See if we can pull it off with these. Now, I'm going to try to be extra careful not to do anything else to the motor besides get everything off the shaft there, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to go like that to the stator, because that is very dangerous, and then you'll screw up the motor. So always work with caution when you do this, but I know what I'm doing, so I don't really need to do that. See if I can just... Freaking hell. These freaking flies over here, man. What sort of fuck? I don't know if I can clip on it. There you go. You can see it grips onto the dust. Grip onto the dust, and then we'll pull the dust off the shaft of the motor.